Welcome everyone to episode 13. Ooh, unlucky episode 13.
Someone's gonna die.
This is Wyrmfall, and thank you again for listening. This is Demon Gate on Blades and Blasters. They just killed the Wyvern and found some loot and some scales and body parts to craft with. And who do we have playing with us tonight? Please state the name and character. Prankster.
Hi there, my name is the Prankster, and I like long walks on the beach, playing board games inside, and sometimes just Netflixing and chilling. And I play the Kuthalan Demon Hunter. Bane of demons everywhere.
Nice. And bees.
Hey, on the bees, I hate long walks on the beach. Like, come on, get sand everywhere. And I am playing a Sharfiend, that's a lizard folk, named Shuthar Offbog. And he's just a good fighter who just wants to make sure everyone's taken care of.
And I'm Jester. I prefer the mountains, nice, serene, peaceful, green everywhere. Never mind. I'm playing Gun Ratet, a Mindtep or cat person who is a pirate. Definitely not planning on taking over a ship when we get to town, perhaps the ones that the adventurers are going after, but yeah, he's sneaky. I'm really enjoying being sneaky.
And I am Rogue, and I'm the GM tonight. Be sure to like and subscribe. Alright. Share this handout here.
Handouts that we never read. You always read for us.
You guys can see it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is the 7th of Puritan, the day of Sudogden. The twin suns are shining again. They bring some kind of hope to the land. The ice cave was left behind, along with the spirits of those that the beast had killed and eaten. It seemed that the Wyvern was old, tired, and angry at the world. Some travelers on the road, hunters from Gailshade, told a story about the beast. It hunted that path for a few years now, possibly long after its mate had died off. There were once two flying in the skies a few generations back, written about in the stories from the fishing village. Now they are all gone like the dragons of old. The expedition is nearly at its end. You near the growing village of Gailshade, which is growing ever closer to becoming a city due to the trade from the east. 2 days to the town, then across the waters of the Jade Sea. According to Marcos de la Vera, soon you shall reach glory.
Or death.
Move you guys over to the scene, y'all. There we go. You guys see?
Mm-hmm.
The old pass through the Forbidden Mountains. I would say the twin suns are rising high in the sky. It's a new day, and you guys are heading out again on the trail, or getting ready to, maybe. You want to say maybe Roldo's working on the weapon now? You can do that.
Yes, after we fell the Wyvern, this dragon goes down, and I think Roldo suggested that Shuthar he can get a weapon for Shuthar. A nice spear out of the tail. Yes, tail is very powerful. I can have a very nice spear from this. I might have something to do with the head as well. Shuthar will go over and with his dagger he starts to cut at the head, at the neck, to try to remove the head from the Wyvern.
Yeah. Roldo is like, I can hook that up for you.
Oh wait, Roldo, I have this. We found these magic. How do you say? Runes. We found these magic. Can you put this in this for me? In this new magic tail weapon, I will have extra damage with this.
I certainly can.
Thank you, Roldo. You are a good friend.
He takes the rune and starts to investigate it and looks it up. Holds it up to this, the light, and he says, the Thunder Rune. A powerful one. I'll get started on this right now.
Shuthar pounds his chest and bows to him. And continues hacking nice and slow at the neck of this.
Gross.
And on through the pass. One more day is going to pass. No encounters this day. So we will have a camp. And if you guys want to, we can take some, do some role playing at camp. Or if you want to, we can move on.
Yeah, I imagine Hum is sitting at the camp. Roldo's probably hard at work on the spear among several other items, and Hum is kind of looking at this collection of scales that he plied from the Wyvern, and he's looking at them.
So make a fine piece of armor.
Kind of setting them down next to him. And then I think he's just kind of like looking out into the pass. Is this area look like the picture? Like just very snowy?
Yeah, I think for the first day at least, it's pretty much like this. It is turning into, leaving winter and turning into spring, but you guys are, still in the northern regions. Yeah. In the mountains.
Yes.
And I imagine him just looking out down the pass. Go ahead, Shuthar.
What kind of armor would you make with these scales?
There is a piece of Kuthalan armor called a scaled base. I'm going to ask if Roldo might be able to assemble it for me.
Scaled vase?
Base.
Base. I see. Base. I make armor from the Wyvern as well. And the Shuthar pulls out. He's removed the head and the bottom jaw, and so it's just the top jaw of the head, and he puts it over his head. And it's kind of funny because it's got like the if you can see in his art here, he's got the little scale or these little fins on the side of his head. At the Wyvern had similar scales on top of that, and so he's got double scales on his head now. And he says, "It's good. It's good to protect my head."
Yes, I agree. You will need that.
Yes, you need all the brain cells you can get. As Gunross sits down on the log. That beast. I don't know how much more poison I could have taken. I do appreciate that potion you had handy there.
You're welcome. need you alive. Kicking.
I did, cut a side off of that beast, and I'll probably turn it into a cloak. See if Rodo can't, maybe augment or combine it with the cloak that I already have on. Maybe make the hood a little bit deeper. Nothing too fancy.
You notice Nella comes over, the dwarven daughter of Roldo, and she has with her a bottle that she's carrying and a bowl as well. The bowl seems to be steaming some kind of liquid. Oh, look at the moon. The beautiful moon.
Oh, what remains of moon?
So she comments on that and says, you could finally see in this cursed land. Let me look at those wounds, Gunratet.
Yeah. And he hands her over a rune of pain and also a gemstone known as the Lordstone.
And she looks at it for a second, and then she looks at you and she says, oh, did I say runes?
Yes, runes.
I meant your wounds. And she, smiles and points at the wounds that you still have.
Yeah. That damn wyvern got me pretty good with the tail across the shoulder. And he kind of droops down his, the top of his cloak and pulls apart down his collar of his shirt. Wait. I thought you helped your father with armor.
Says, I do. I know a thing or two about the healing.
Thing or two is more than I know. Who am I to judge? And he kind of turns to the side so that she can get a better avenue of approach.
It's like she ends up having some herbs or something mixed in with the liquid there. And she starts patting the warm rag, cleaning up the wound. 12 more HP back, plus 2d6 more for food and sleeping last night. And if anybody's missing any mana or chi or anything.
Oh yeah, I need to replenish chi. I already replenished my
In frenzy.
points.
I'm just kidding.
Regenerate that frenzy.
What biome are we in? Are we in kind of like a hilly area, or are we in a foresty area?
I think here is the mountains. So yeah, there's lots of hills and mountains, and there's some trees, like scattered trees and stuff. But
Sure.
if you mean like searching off of the chart, definitely mountains.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was wondering for what I can be looking for.
Oh, I got a little more to do with what was her name? Nellie? Nella?
Nella.
Nella. With you, that feels so much better. You must know a little bit of... But, with you helping your father, do you think you could augment this cloak for me? He seems to be working kind of hard on a stick. I don't know what that's about.
What do you mean? What do you need?
Oh, I just want, I've got all these scales and skin and bits of the wyvern and this cloak. Could you possibly either help him or work on it yourself and see if you can't, add the scales to the cloak? Maybe add something to cover my face a little bit as well. My black coat is kind of highly sought after in large cities. I'm not feeling too keen on showing my face too much.
What's your physical beauty? 18. Let me see something here.
He's a handsome kitty.
Mm-hmm.
See what she thinks about this here.
Oh, I can always be sitting there brushing myself as well.
Grooming yourself.
She says, and why would you want to cover that pretty face?
See, the problem is, mine teps aren't normally black in color. That means the more nefarious people might try to skin me.
She says, somebody
And you-
looking for you, huh?
No. They might decide to make a coat out of me. So, if you want to keep my pretty face around, perhaps just something that covers the face slightly, hides my dark fur a little bit more.
Shuthar just walks up and in the middle of this intimate conversation, he says, "He is very respected naval captain. There may be enemies searching for him. This might be a good idea to hide his face."
Yes, I'm a very good captain. But I'm more worried about getting skinned alive.
No, this would be terrible. There's no way to die.
Is Hamnahar fooled by this act that he keeps putting up, or is he able to kind of ascertain at this point that this guy's a pirate?
I have not said anything past me being a captain.
I know, but there have been other things like black coat, right? Just like little hints here and there. So, and I'm not saying it's overt. I'm just wondering if maybe I picked up on something. What do you?
Sounds like he wants to do
Go
a
ahead.
roll for it.
Yeah,
I would like to do a roll.
I think, yeah, definitely. That would call for a roll. What do you think? Intelligence? Maybe? Or,
I think intelligence or perception maybe.
detect deceit? Perception? Yeah, detect deceit works with perception.
Okay. All right. So I don't have detect deceit. So I'll just roll perception.
Yeah, default to perception. Sounds good.
What am I shooting for?
I think that. Is it
Gunner
just a
Tet,
roll?
probably do a charisma.
Charisma? Alrighty.
Yeah.
I believe I might have something for charisma.
Yeah, if you have a high enough charisma, I think it's like a 15 or 16 you need, then you should have also a social pool, which if you
I've got
do
21
have,
charisma.
oh, okay, definitely.
I
So you
have
might have
7.
like 2. Yeah, you might have like a 2 social pool or more. So to grab from the social pool, each one of the social pools is a D6. So if you have like 2, you could throw 2d6 for 2 frenzy if you want to, or 1d6 for 1 frenzy if you want to add that to your roll.
You know what? I'll go ahead and burn 1 frenzy and do 1d6.
You scared, Gunra?
Scaredy cat.
Where in the world is? I'm not seeing myself on here, so on the
I will
map
wait
right now.
I will wait to roll.
I switched it. I don't know if.
Yeah, I don't have sight right now, so.
Oh, weird. Let me put you on there here.
Yeah,
Huh? Does everybody else have sight?
Yeah, I can see.
I can see the camp with the fire
Yeah.
and all of our tokens. And I
Yeah,
can
it's
see
just black for me.
Strange. Okay, let me see something here. Gunratet, controlled by Gunratet. Jester. Maybe reset?
Alright. Alright, let's see if the old demon hunters caught on to the fact that I'm more than just a naval cap, or more than just a captain.
Yeah. Because I imagine you've also been you've been a little bit, how do I put this in a delicate way, slimy.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Delicate.
Yeah. I strive.
All right. Since you called it up, you roll first.
Okay. There's my perception check. You have to beat a 6.
And a d6 as well.
Didn't even need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I burnt it, so.
Yeah.
I can't wait to sail with you on the seas to see your renowned skills in action, my good man.
I've only lost one ship, and that was against... many.
Why were so many people attacking you?
They were slavers. He said they were evil people attacking this ship.
I've kind of gone on a one-man mission against, the slave trade. Well, one man with a crew and a ship and cannons.
It was admirable of you.
I lost my brother to slavers. My family. Everyone. Anybody working for slavers. Anybody that is a slaver. I've gone after.
This is good.
Agreed. May they rot in hell.
And once I find the owner of the company that took me and my brother away, killed the caretaker that took me into his home, taught me how to sell. Things won't go well his way. If I ever see that golden fist with a black shackle around it, I don't know what will happen.
This is person who... I'm sorry, what did this person do?
He ripped me away from my home, my family. Me and my brother were playing out in the countryside. All I remember at that young age was a sail adorned with a golden fist and black shackles. From that point on, after a incident where my brother fell ill, an old man took me in. But they wouldn't leave well enough alone, and due to the greed of this company, they killed the caretaker that taught me all that I know about the sea. This man was just a simple fisherman. I think you and him would have got along, Shuthar.
The slaver person? I have no.
No. The man that took me in raised me as his own. He was a simple fisherman.
The good man. Yes, I would have things in common. I am also a good man, and I like to fish.
That, see, you've already... But... how's it'll take? It's me rebuilding my crew, and I'll be back out there.
I'm glad we found Calamir. We have one member back already.
Unfortunately, he was the only one that survived the attack from the last one. They used poison and fire and all manners to lay my ship down to the bottom.
There's much darkness out there.
More than you've seen in your small town, and hopefully we won't have to expose you to too much of it.
When these slavers eventually perish, hopefully at your hand, when they return to Gaizek, may he rebirth them as maggots. Feast on dead corpses.
And Hum gives like a solemn nod at that.
Yes.
Calamir's over there eating. He like lifts his head up when he hears his name. You can see his ears move, and like he's listening. And then he definitely seems sad, but goes back to eating and listening and being quiet. Marcos looks up, eating some meat off of his knife, and he says, "Do you know the man's name, the slaver?"
All I know is that his ships sail under that banner, a gold fist, black chain wrapped around it. I've never been able to find out who the head of the organization, but they seem to stem far and wide.
Is this on the Jade Sea, or maybe more south, Sea of Spears?
I've seen his ships as far as... let me look up the map here.
Yeah, sorry to throw that at you, but
whoever wrote this book, do they know where that map is?
at the very back.
Oh, thank you.
This is an incentive to study between sessions. This will be on the test.
I've seen them as far as the Sea of Spears, or Speakers.
Yeah.
Even as far-reaching as the Bay of Swords. Mostly to the south, but supply trains do come from the Northern Sea down for him.
I have traveled to many lands, and the Sea of Spears is heavy with pirates.
I know this too well. Unfortunately, you go where you must in order to fight the enemy you need to find.
He grabs his cup and holds it up. And he says, "Soon we will be back on the sea, my friend."
Yes, on a fine dwarven made ship at that. And Gunra holds up a cup, but it's not just any cup. It appears to be a silver jewel-encrusted cup. The slight bit of remaining blood on it.
He looks over at Humnahar and Shuthar, and he says, "What about you? Have you ever been on a ship?"
Shuthar looks at Humnahar. This is... No. I've never been on a boat. A real boat. Only little boats.
You'll do fine on one. You have nothing to fear. If you fall off, you can swim.
This is
Unlike,
my preferred way to get around in the water.
Unlike certain individuals.
I was going to say, I think you have all seen me swim. I have not been on a boat.
I haven't seen you swim. I have seen you struggle and climb onto Gunratet's back. You did not swim.
Shutar, that is what we like to call self-depreciating humor.
I don't get it, but let's hope that you don't fall out of the boat.
I agree. I will need you to come save me if that's the case.
On my honor.
And I think Hum approximates a wry smile at that as he nods towards Shuthar.
Gunra all of a sudden walks over to the fire, maybe puts a haunch from the wyvern over the fire on a spit. You know, when we get a crew or a ship, hopefully they'll have a cook.
Marcos laughs. He says, "We do need a cook."
Yes, I actually put 2 points into cooking ability there.
Oh, yeah.
really?
Yeah. Shuthar is not good at many things. I can fish and I can cook.
Better cook that meat up.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes, I would have assumed we hunt like bunnies. What do you say you found? Or what do we have?
Oh, well, I figure since we killed a wyvern, we're not going to let that meat go to waste.
This is very smart. We've been carrying a dead corpse through the snow. It's still fresh. So yeah, I do have this 2 points and cooking skill.
Nice. Some wyvern meat.
There's not many fish out here in the mountains.
Maybe during dinner, Calmir can tell the story of the battle. Perhaps how the witch went down.
I was wondering who dealt the final blow.
That would be Shuthar. Stabbed her right through the face.
Shutha, you killed the witch, didn't you? In the swamp.
I did. I protect my friends.
Interesting. He fetches his journal out and starts to make like little notes.
What are you writing? This is a... You write about how I killed the witch?
Yes, I tried to put it into the song, you know? Maybe make it more accurate, you know?
Oh. Yes. Well, I stabbed her with this spear. Right in her face.
It's always the face with you.
I mean, it's a good way to finish. When the chest is, you know, not exciting enough, you get a lot of blood out of the head.
Shuthar the Impaler.
Maybe we could tell about the time that I saved your lives.
Ah,
And, maybe I jumped onto the Wyvern's head and clawed it once or twice.
you just want to bolster yourself in the stories. Whatever fabrication you must do, I don't mind there, Calmir.
This is not what happened. You should not write this in your song.
No, this is artistic leveraging, building the climax. All great stories are embellished. Much like you killing the witch, stabbing her through the skull. Perhaps with your great strong muscles, You lifted her off the ground and moved her away from us while she was just in the middle of casting. Instead of, just stabbing her and her falling to the ground. You see? Makes it more climactic. Makes it easier for Calamir to write.
I don't understand. Calamir did not fight in there. He did not save us.
I think I saw him throw a snowball at it and distract it.
Calamir plays nice music. This is a good, true gift that you have, Calamir.
What is it that your people sing about, Shufar? Do you sing songs?
We sing prayers. This is what I normally hear music is for religious purposes. We don't use music to embellish.
It's not embellishing.
Marcus looks over and he says, the Sharfeen are not a race of liars, that is for sure.
Yes.
Definitely my experience with Shuthar. You are a man of honor.
Shuthar bows to him. As have you been thus far. I am honored to meet with such people of such honor as all of you. There are many evil people in the lands. I am proud to stand at your side. Chum Nahar. Gun Ratet. Calamir. And Marcos.
Don't forget Nella and Rollo.
Yes, Roldo, are you finished with my spear yet?
You just started.
It has been a couple days.
I think he would be like maybe etching something, and he says,
Did you hear me? I asked you if you were finished with my spear.
Roldo waves for you to come over to the to his setup, his equipment over there, and he says, is there anything you want to put on this blade
Oh,
to etch?
yeah.
A name, perhaps, or a symbol?
I will need to think about this. Thank you for asking. May I? Is it complete except for the final etching?
It is. And he holds it up.
I imagine it's got like cool little like spines on it. Like it's pretty sweet looking. This is
The music. Yeah, it was like right on it for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes,
It's pretty
I
good.
love when that happens. It's
Yeah.
one of the best things in the world.
This is beautiful. You are very skilled. I will take this spear, and I will think about what its name shall be. Thank you, Roldo. You are also a man of great honor. Pounds his chest and bows to him.
Many thanks, Shutar. And shove it in someone's face when you get the chance.
This is exactly what I will do.
He smiles. And he goes over to working some more Wyvern scale.
Calamir, is that something you can add to your song about how Shufar stabs things in the face?
It would be honest if you did.
Yes. I will certainly write of this.
Good man.
Stab in the face.
That rhymes with face.
And,
Puts him in his place.
You should write songs with Calamir.
If you guys are good, we will move on.
Oh yeah.
Let's roll.
The 2 days are up, and you guys arrive at the village. It's actually the town. It's growing pretty quickly. Gailshade. There's not many other cities left up here. So it's become quite popular here. Let's see. You guys over to this one here. Scenes interior. Too many maps.
Too many maps.
So I have a quick question, Rogue.
Mhm.
Kind of related, unrelated. Because Hum is from the Frost March up north. It's not too terribly far away from Wyrmfall. Do you think he grew up with any knowledge about it? Or even just, I mean, not even knowledge, but just like legends or songs that were sung or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's totally possible. You want to make an intelligence check?
Sure. Oh, nice.
Right. Have you read the actual entry for it
Are you
in the book in
referring-
the core book?
No, I have not.
So yeah, if you want to, you can totally read that entry.
Oh, hell
I think
yeah.
with that roll, yeah, I think with that roll, it's good enough to know that. I mean, you would know. Also, Marcos told the story about the legend of Wyrmfall. It was called the Great City of Tasseldell. It was an Eldrin kingdom and one of the largest ever made. So there's this, and that's the ruins in Frostmarch. I think that your people would have known to stay away from it. But your people definitely roam those lands, and they hunt those the black whales. They hunt all sorts of creatures up there.
Sure.
There's also a lot of Cthulhan pirates, ones that they craft, these alien-looking ships and attack vessels all over the place up there around those waters.
Oh, that is cool. I'm just like picturing like the ship.
We need to be careful when we're on the seas, and so we will definitely need your skill, Gumra. While my people were more inland, there are other Cthulhans that hunt those waters.
Perhaps we should see if we can gather a sister ship to sail with us.
You all come down through the mountains. The valley opens up, and this, I picture it kind of like, if you've ever seen any of the images of the valleys in Norway or where the town is set right there between these high cliffs, the fords and stuff. And there's kind of a path out into the sea, the Jade Sea. So there'd be several ships and stuff at the docks. And if you guys can see this image here, there are some trees and stuff around the place and everything, but near the walls are made of timber, large logs, and they have guards set up at posts with spears. But it looks like a lot of different races are guarding this place and live here. Actually, when the gates are open up as your expedition approaches, Marcos waves to one of the guards, and he actually pays them for entry. You notice he hands them a sack of coins, and he points at some of the people in the group, and it sounds like as you pass through into the town that they were asking him, how many people were in the group and stuff, and what their business was there, You do notice when you get into the town, you do see a few Kuthalans as well.
Man, I don't even know the last time he saw a Kuthalan. I think on Hum, I think it was the day that his hive was assaulted, and the rest, they were dead. So I think he has a little bit of PTSD, just seeing them walking around and living, and just flashes of the dead ones in his hive, and just.
Shuthar going to need I'll be at the tavern in case anyone needs me.
I'm sorry, you say you will need... What was this?
I will be at the tavern in case anyone needs me.
Understood.
He'll kind of he just needs a bit of space. He wants to talk to them, but he needs to work it up in himself. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. The only two that you've noticed, Kuthalans, one of them looks like, he's hunched over and wearing rags, and he could be, a beggar of sorts. He looks rough, and he's kind of hunched over and hobbling through the road. So yeah, it probably does bother you, I guess. The other one you see, she is holding a spear, and she looks like a guard. She's in the market area as you guys are walking through, and she looks over at you and makes eye contact for a moment. That's probably when you leave, huh?
Yeah, I think he catches her glare, and he just is so awkward, and he doesn't know what to do that he's looking in every other direction to get out of that space, almost like he's having a panic attack. Mm-hmm. And he that's when he tells Shuthar, "I'll be in the tavern." And I think if he has a moment, he'll pass by the beggar, and he'll just drop some coins on the ground for him. But just keep moving. So I'm going to deduct 1 silver and 6 copper.
You can hear a response from the beggar. It's like a, that. Probably the first time you've heard the tongue for a while.
Yeah. He turns around, just probably wide-eyed, and responds in that essentially saying
May Gailshade guide you.
And just nods, and then just walks away as fast as he can because he's super awkward and weird.
Alright. Does anybody else notice that, you think? I guess Shuthar definitely would. But,
Yes, I think I would similarly, after seeing him give money to the beggar, Shuthar would feel obligated to do the same, and would whip out a few more coins himself. So try to see my gear, how much money I've got. And Shuthar would drop the money. I also just added my, with my new helm, I realized I get a negative, I get a penalty to my perception checks. I was just noticing. Oh, a little less perceptive now with my cool Wyvern hat. But yeah, I think right there I would still see that and realize he was weird about the whole thing. But Shuthar would drop the coins and say, you shall be blessed by whatever god you believe in.
you notice he fetches them really quick. Many thanks.
Pounds his chest and bows.
He immediately scurries away.
Do you know my friend Hamnahar? He says very racistly.
He stops and he says, I'm Nahar.
Yes, this is the name of my friend.
And he kind of cocks his head curiously. He says, I know well the Hamnahar.
Oh, I forgot his name. It means something. It's like a sad person or something like this. What does it mean? What does Hamnahar mean? I forgot.
He says, it is the separation of the hive, the suffering.
Oh. Maybe you don't know him then. Shoot there, like realizing he may have screwed up.
And he looks off in the direction of where the Hamnahar went to. He sees maybe he's contemplating it for a moment. And then he turns around again and he thanks you for the coin. Nods several times and bows.
Sure. Hamnahar, I'm sorry, Hamnahar. Shuthar looks at the beggar and back at the direction Hamnahar like disappeared to, back and forth, and just turns around and walks away.
You can see for a moment the female Cuthalan, her tongues come out and wiggle. Looks like she says something to to the beggar, maybe in a harsh manner, as the beggar scurries off. And she goes back to her duties. So, where's everybody headed to in the town here?
Gunra is very interested in a jeweler.
Nice.
And also maybe a gunsmith.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A gunsmith and a jeweler. Alright, so you're going to do some shopping. And anybody else doing shopping, or Hamnahar's going to the tavern?
Yeah.
Hamnahar is going to do some shopping as well when he feels a little bit more up for it. And I'll put everything that I purchased in chat.
Cool. Alright. Marcos, he looks at everybody and he says, I'm going to make sure that we have the ship at the docks ready for us to leave. So, by tomorrow, perhaps I could meet you at the tavern down by the docks.
Meet you tomorrow in this place.
How about tonight, actually? Give you a chance to maybe do some shopping, whatever.
Yes, I have quite a bit of coin now. This is yes. I can buy a few more pieces of armor, I think. Jingles like a massive coin purse at this point, after all the looting we've done.
And Marcos smiles and nods. He says, excellent. I will meet you at the tavern tonight. Drinks are on me.
Shuthar would do some shopping. He would also try to find a messenger service of some kind to send a message to his wife. And he'll send some money home as well to his wife.
Oh, that's good.
Apologizing for not coming home as he promised.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Marcos left. Roldo, yeah, they all kind of disappear, I think, with Marcos.
And I don't know how you want to play this, but Shuthar, being, you know, a little gullible, will just assume that whatever messenger he hires will honor his wishes and send all the money home to his wife with the letter, and he will give them 50 gold pieces.
Oh my god, where is Shuthar gonna go?
He'll ask around for a messenger service. Is there someone in town who can send a message back to Cocktail for me?
Yeah, go ahead and do a charisma check.
Oh dear, his strong suit. Just flushing 50 gold pieces down the toilet.
Hey, man, for the RP, I appreciate that.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a random roll here.
Oh, you're gonna get swindled. I
Oh,
just feel like
jeez.
you're gonna get swindled.
Maybe a little, maybe a lot.
I hope not. But I'm gonna try to keep it random. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am looking for a messenger to send a letter and some coin back to my wife. She is alone and she needs this.
Who do you think he would ask? Is Gunratet and everybody already gone at this point? Shuthar alone, you think?
Yeah, I think he might have. Pardon me. He might ask the shopkeep. I kind of neglected the role play of the shopping. I did some off session. He just got little upgrades to his like gloves and our bracers and boots. But beyond that, he would probably ask that particular person where he could find a messenger service.
Alright, cool. Let's see.
After spending money legitimately, he'll just give money to whoever this guy sends him to.
Yeah, the guy that you end up purchasing from is this dwarf here. Older dwarf. He's the one that you end up asking as well. Let's see. What do I roll here? Oh, okay. He says, you need a messenger. Alright. There's Edward around the bout. He sends he could send a crow for you. Or if you
A crow
if you
cannot
have-
carry my package.
really?
Yeah.
If you have the coin, you could pay for expert services at the magistrate tower. And he points to that stone tower off in the distance.
I thank you.
What kind of package are you trying to send?
Yeah, just some money. He like plops down his giant coin purse. I can pay for them to carry. I will pay extra money for them to carry the rest of this money to my wife.
Ooh. Well, perhaps I could help you there. You trying to transport this package by ship or by land?
Well, it is across the river, through the swamp, through the mountains, back to Haktal. I'll give him the name of my village.
Yeah, he busts out the map and stuff, and
Says, you will travel all this way, or you?
he says, if you're paying some heavy coin, I could definitely help you out. I mean, what are you paying the courier here?
This is quite a distance. I would like to send my wife 50 gold pieces. He says this like out loud in front of anyone who's around him. 50 gold pieces to send to my wife. And I think it is reasonable to give like 10% to the courier.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. I would say make a perception check.
Baby. I'm gonna take my helmet off to make it better stealth. No, I'm just kidding. Better check. Attributes. Perception. Oh my god.
Oh no.
That is perfect.
Oh,
It is.
no!
It is. It had to be this way. He just got his new helmet and spear, so he's fine. Take everything else.
Oh no. He says, I could certainly take care of that for you.
I'm sure
and
he
he
could
says-
smell how easy this guy would be to swindle.
Yeah, I mean, he seems legit. I mean, his eyes widen at the sight of you putting the coin down. It's a lot of coin, so he says, me and my brother could take care of it for you. My brother, he does work like this all the time.
Is this brother younger than you?
Indeed he is. I would stay here and run the shop while my brother did the job.
Well, this is good. You do not look like you would survive this travel. So I am glad your younger brother will do the traveling.
He smiles, and you notice when he smiles, he's got like a gold tooth and like 3 other teeth. And he says, indeed, indeed.
And he just hands
Yeah.
over that much gold. There's 55 gold pieces. Just, here you go.
And the letter,
Oh, yes. He will write a letter in his native tongue, apologizing. But, here's somebody to hold you over. There will be more when I return.
oh my god. That is pretty amazing, though.
That is pretty amazing.
Now I just wonder if it'll make it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I mean-
We
that's
all are
worthy.
wondering.
And it could happen. It seems like I don't want to tell you if it does or not yet.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
gonna just reduce 55 gold pieces from my inventory here.
Excellent. And this dwarf, we will actually give him a name. D20, D10, using the name generator.
Steely McSteelerson.
18 and 5. Oh my god. Man, that's a lot of coin.
I have more. This is nothing.
Just stop talking.
Thargor. Alright. Thargor is... Got your coin.
Cool.
And he's gonna take care of it.
Thank you, Thargor. He again pounds his chest and bows to him. You do my family a great honor with this service.
Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah. we'll get that letter to your wife, and the coin. She'll be very happy to hear from you, I'm sure.
I hope so. I feel bad for not honoring my word to return sooner. Are you married?
So I know I said that Hum disappeared into the tavern for a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Like, I wasn't intending for him to like stay there very long, but to kind of like get a drink to steel himself, like he would like a shot of whiskey almost,
Yeah.
and then come back out. And so I don't know if would Hum happen at like, is this happening on the docks where I might like run into Shifar, or is this in like a back alley or somewhere else?
This I think is probably in a shop.
Okay.
And if it was, what were you shopping for, Shuthar? Was it armor and stuff like that? Shuthar.
I believe that's what he was shopping for.
Oh. You know what, Humnahar, go ahead and roll a D100. We'll say maybe 40% chance that you can end up running into him, because you're doing armor, right?
Yeah, I was looking for, probably a new helm.
Cool, yeah.
And other than that, going to like alchemists and stuff like that.
There we go. Maybe you walk in at the tail end of the conversation.
Okay.
Shuthar. Well, what brings you here?
Did we lose him?
You there, Beast?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, okay.
Change scene, go to me jewel shopping till he gets
Yeah. Oh, he said be right back. He said it in
Oh, okay.
the game chat. Not in the game, but in the
Discord?
server. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do the jeweler. And then we'll come back to Humnahar and Shuthar.
Cool.
Jeweler and gunsmith.
Yeah.
I want to tackle first.
Let's do the gunsmith and see if that is going to be able to be bought. Why are my merchants dwarves? Okay, here we go.
Because they make a lot of weapons and armor.
They do. They get +2 to the smith skills, I guess. That's it. Alright. This human, you run into him. He is, he's actually selling some powders and stuff like that. It looks like gunpowder. So, yeah, he would be the man to talk to, I guess. When you walk over there, you can see the symbol for the gunpowder and stuff, and the kegs set up. There's actually some artillery over there too. We'll say a cannon is set up with some of the balls, and he has a tent, but it's next to a shop. It looks like he lives there as well, on the first and second floor of this building. And the kind of tent kind of sticks out, and he has like the stand and stuff that he's sitting in with his little animal friend on his shoulder.
Well, this might be as good a place as any to try to figure out. Excuse me, sir.
And Gunrod just kind of looks up from underneath the cloak with his gold eyes peering out.
I see you have, well, cannons and such, gunpowder, and looks like a lot of shipboard weapons. Would you happen to sell rifles, pistols, anything of the nature?
Yes, I do, from time to time.
Have you happened to go get a shipment in?
Let us see here. Right, what is the dang availability for these?
12% for a bolt rifle. Or, yeah, black bolt rifle.
You
12% for pistols. And 12% for hand cannons. Dragon Breath Lance is also 12%.
Right. You want me to roll it? Or you want to roll it?
Let's let the GM see. I feel like it's in your hands.
Alright. I'm going to go just all the way down. How many items are there?
4.
So I'll go D100.
The list goes rifle, pistol, lance, and hand cannon.
It's gonna be a worthless gunsmith with no guns. Sorry, buddy. Ain't got
I
nothing.
Alright. That'll suck.
Or the worst of it could be that all he's got is the Dragon Lance, which only has a range of 3. I mean, even the hand cannon has 12.
Or maybe he just has the artillery.
Possibility. Next thing you know, I'm walking in a battle with a cannon, carrying a puckle on my back.
I got an idea, though. Even if he doesn't have this stuff. Alright, here we go.
Oh, looks like hand cannon.
I have a hand cannon left only.
I was really hoping for a rifle. Well,
I sold him yesterday to a ship down at the docks. They are still docked down there, my friend.
what was the name of the ship?
The Ice Glaive.
That's particularly interesting.
They bought some of the cannons as well.
Well, how many cannons did they purchase?
Oh, I am sorry. Just the ammunition.
No.
They already own a cannon on the ship.
Just one?
Only one. They have a ballista as well.
Do you think that ship is in poor care? Lacking of money? I don't know too many ships that only sail with one cannon.
Well, the Ice Glaive, they come here sometimes. They trade often. They move back and forth from across the Jade Sea to the east. They sell with some of the other cities in Mianwu.
Well, that hand cannon. It's not exactly what I was looking for right now, but what do you think you got on a price for that?
I could give you a discount if you're having rough times.
Yeah, I've just traveled through a swamp for the past, 2 weeks of darkness. The cold mountains to get here. After having my ship sank by slavers. I don't know what you would call that, a hard time.
He says, let me see here. What's the actual price of the hand cannon?
52 gold.
Alright.
Would you like me to perhaps do a
Yeah.
charisma?
Yeah, do you have any bartering skills or anything like that? Or you just do charisma? You can do charisma.
I do not believe I have bartering, so charisma with a -2.
And your social pool is reset, so you could use all of them if you need it. You don't have to spend it first. You can wait. And it's kind of like arguing or debating, and then you throw another, a d6 in, negotiating, you know what I mean? If you need it.
Charisma with a negative modifier, right? -2?
What are you
I don't-
getting negative
since-
for?
Since I don't have any bartering skills.
Oh, no, don't worry about that.
Alright.
I usually only bust that out on certain things. 14, nice. He has a skill of... I'm not going to hide this. 2d10. Also has the ability to throw in 1d6. Alright, he's going to try to throw in a d6. Tie.
Matches.
He says, but he already did say he was going to give you a discount, so he says, at most I could give you, for you, 10% discount.
10%, that's what? I might as well say 5 gold. You know, fair enough. Do you know if these hand cannons happen to be able to accept runes?
Yes, they do. But alas, I cannot put those in for you. I know of a man who can.
Perhaps we call it even for the information and maybe a good word on a rune fort. You know, if you are friendly enough with this character. I do have to do some more shopping, so if you give me the name, perhaps you could send him a message and that I'm on the way.
Indeed, I could do this.
Excellent. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and purchase the hand cannon at normal price with your kind words to a fellow purveyor on these shores.
Excellent, my friend. For this, I will throw in some ammunition for free.
Oh, it's mighty kind of you.
Let's see. It uses BP pellets. Ammunition. I need black powders pellets.
He throws some down, and he says, by any chance are you looking for work?
I mean, always looking for some coin.
How long are you staying in town for?
I do believe tonight would be the last night that I would have on these shores.
This is too bad. Perhaps I could get you a rifle within a week.
Yeah, maybe I could delay the departure. You know, I'll see what I can't do. Name is Gun, by the way. Kind of funny. Looking for a gun. But if I happen to be here for any duration of time, I'll swing back by and perhaps we can work something out.
Would be quite well, my friend.
Ready?
My name is Ahmed. If you
Ahmed.
need me, you know where to find me.
Yes, not far from the ice glaive, it seems.
Foreshadowing.
Well, he did mention that it was just down the dock.
Right. They bought up all the rifles. All right, over to the scene with Shuthar and Humnahar. Shuthar's making the last minute deal on the with Thargor, and Humnahar actually walks into the shop.
So, did he hear? I mean,
He did.
I'm just handing over the last of it.
Yeah, Hamnahar, maybe you should make a perception check or something, and the higher you roll, like the more you heard or something like that, or the more of the gist you get.
Can I roll my listening skill?
Yes,
Instead?
that totally works.
Got an extra point or two in that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're definitely able to catch him talking about, the amount of coin, and when he was saying, "Oh yeah, the letter."
Gotcha.
Shuthar, what business brings you here?
Oh, I have purchased a few little items from this gentleman, and his brother, who is younger than him, will be traveling to deliver a package and a letter to my wife, Marfala.
Ha!
I imagine Hum steps forward and just thuds. And he looks imposing. He's huge and got big bulging muscles and shit. And I imagine, from what happened to his hive, his face is all jacked up and scarred, and he's got one eye that's just one of those milky white eyes. His other eye's good, and he fixes it on the dwarf.
So your business is bringing you to his home, is it?
Oh,
Oh, what's up?
I didn't realize if he was talking to me or to you.
I was talking to the dwarf.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Thargor is already he's got the coins in the bag, and he's already putting them underneath the counter, hoping nobody else can see this, right? And he looks up kind of nervously, and he says, this is your friend, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna take good care of him.
Ah, that's excellent. So you'll be delivering all of that money to his wife.
Indeed. Well, my brother Rognak will do the actual delivery of the coin. I can promise you it will make its way there, no problem at all. In fact, I could go fetch Rognak right now, and we could perhaps set up a letter of the deal. If you need, perhaps an agreement note, blood note.
Yes, a receipt would be good.
Hum's just nodding.
I mean, both of you guys are huge compared to this guy. And, I mean, you know where he lives.
And Shuthar has a new wyvern skull just sitting on top of his head.
He's super badass, but really dumb.
I didn't even think about that.
That's
He's
so
got this freaking...
And the tail of a wyvern, too.
Just throwing money at this guy, but not even questioning what he's doing with it.
Looks like this badass, level 60 Diablo character standing in the store. Rognak! His brother comes out. His brother's... he is younger. A little bit younger. He does have a little bit more sprightness, spry in his
So funny.
step.
Yeah.
Looks a little slimy too, though. An unclean dwarf. Rognak, I need your services to transport this letter through the swamps of Haktal. Rognak's immediately like, what? Are you crazy? Those swamps are filled with spiders and witches and all kinds of monsters.
Yes,
There-
it is very dangerous. This is true. Are you not a messenger to go through dangerous lands?
I've been known to travel around a bit and, it's been some time, though.
What if I paid you 10 gold pieces instead of 5? Will you then travel to see my wife?
10 gold. It's 10 gold. And they start to whisper back and forth.
Can I listen in to hear what they're saying?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Awesome. Man, that was a great skill I picked up. Not gonna lie.
Or was
Oh.
it?
Damn.
So, okay, actually, give me 1 second. Oh, dang, they're probably gonna beat me with that roll, but
It sounds like they're whispering and they're speaking in
An exploding D12. I love it.
yeah, no
In
joke.
their secret dwarven tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, they're speaking in the dwarven tongue.
Nope. 5.
Yeah. And then he turns around and he says, Rockneck has no problem delivering it for 10 gold.
Yes.
That is, plenty.
Good. The Shuthar whips out another 5 gold pieces and hands them over. He says, "Thank you so much. This will mean so much to my wife. Thank you."
All of a sudden, Gunra walking by and seeing them in there, he just sneaks up on Hamnahar and just taps him on the shoulder with his new hand cannon.
Hamnahar, look at this new toy that I just got.
What is that?
It's a mighty boomstick.
Oh,
Just wanted to show it off.
I've never seen that before. What does it do?
Within 12 paces, I can blow someone's head off with it.
Dagor and Rockneck are like nodding. That's a mighty nice weapon.
Very fine purveyor down the way.
Is everything okay? You seem startled.
He says that to the dwarves.
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
Is everything okay? You seemed startled.
He says, oh, everything is quite right. Everything is fine. We'll set this contract up for you.
Can I know that I don't have it trained, but can I roll discern lies to see if they are, and what attribute would I roll to do that?
That'd be perception. You could do charisma if you want to as well, but perception.
As he's doing all this, Gunra is just like,
Yes, this boomstick. It's a 12 gauge double barrel. Remember, it's S-Mart's top of the line.
and he just walks off.
Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
God dang it. Ash and the Evil Dead, that's so good. I did roll, I don't know if I'm supposed to do a minus because I don't have training in discern lies. So that's just a straight perception roll.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Thank you for taking care of my friend.
now that Rognak is here. They, they seem nervous, but it might just be because there's,
Giant warriors.
two
in the
huge
shop.
adventures, yeah, in there. And they do seem like eager to do this now, though. And they fetch out the contract.
Yeah, Shuthar will also give them his old bone knife because he's got a better knife now. He says, "You may need this if you come across any little snakes or anything in the swamps." He gives him a bone knife.
Ah, many thanks. Rognak takes it.
Thank you.
Is this awesome? Are we in like the blacksmith, like where we would be? Are these the same people that shop, do gear, like that type of gear?
Yeah, they got armor here. This whole like square, I think, would be some armorers and weaponsmiths and stuff like that.
Okay.
So this store, and right outside it, there's like a circle market, where there's people making blades, and some people are selling bows and stuff like that.
Sure. Because I'm looking to purchase a beast skull helm, and if that is here, I can just purchase it here. Otherwise, I can go to one of those other stores. I rolled, and it did come up that the town has it, so it's just a matter of where.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, let's say that is next door at this armorer's shop.
Okay. So Shuthar, or I'm sorry, like slaps Shuthar on the back.
I wish you and your wife well. I hope she gets that money.
And he,
The swamps are very dangerous.
and so then he makes his way out of the shop, having not found the helm yet, and goes next door. But you can finish up Shuthar if you'd like to.
I think we're done, man. Shuthar's trust these guys, give them the money, and give them a knife. Just waiting for that paperwork, just as a well, sure. I'm not concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He ends up writing up a contract. Like, they seem to be genuine about it. You know what I mean? That's what you're getting the feel of, anyway.
Sure.
All right.
With those rolls, you feel it's genuine about getting there.
Yeah. Good enough.
When you walk out, the armorer next door, she's got blades. She's got some armor hanging up at the stand. It looks like she also lives there, on the second floor, and the kind of windows open up and swing out, and a tent set up outside. Elena has the Wyvern skull hanging up, and you can see it through the window. The Wyvern skull helm, the one that you rolled.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got like her feet up as she's like sharpening a blade when you walk up.
So yeah, he opens the door. You hear like a ring, 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 and he just approaches her at the counter, having laid eyes upon the helm.
My good woman, I am in the market to purchase a new helm and trade this in.
Takes off his steel cap and lays it on the counter.
I couldn't help but notice the skull of that weaver from the outside, and I think it would make an excellent new headpiece.
It's been some time since someone showed any interest in that. It's kind of expensive, and she takes her boots off the table.
How much is it?
I don't know, let me look at the book real quick, and What the hell was it? Let me see.
20 gold, right?
The book says it's 20 gold.
Oh, you found it before I did. Aye, 20 gold. Do you have that kind of coin?
Yes, ma'am.
And he reaches into his coin pouch and like starts counting it out and putting it on the corner, or on the counter, rather. My apologies.
That's been up there for a year, maybe almost a year and a half, ever since a hunter brought it from the mountains.
Oh, Hunter, we actually just came in from the mountains as well.
Did you?
Yes, we have been on a trek, heading from the bog through the mountains and finally getting ready to leave this port and venture elsewhere.
Your friend there that walked by, the Sharfine, wearing a helmet similar.
Much more crudely like cut, I'm sure. Not as professional.
Yes.
Yes, while we were in the mountains, we actually managed to slay a wyvern ourselves, and as you can see,
Hamnahar like takes a step back and he kind of like motions towards his belt, and you see this or I don't know if it's built yet, if the Kuthalan scaled, I forgot what it's called, the item that he had built from scaled base is and it's painted black and all these things.
Yeah. Yeah. She says, my Bearguard's beard. She says, this is the... I bet you there's a tale about these Wyverns that they were mates. These two. This is this is the female. And she looks over, probably out the window, I guess, to Shuthar is probably leaving with his blood note, his contract. She says, "So your friend must have the male's head."
I believe that might be the case then, yes.
Well, at least they stayed together, right? I guess.
Yes. If I purchase this helm, which I'd like to do, they will be together for as long as I draw breath on my body.
So she takes takes it off and hands it over to you. Will there be anything else you're interested in?
No, I believe I have spent a trip to the alchemist in town, and they pretty much took all the rest of my gold.
And he approximates a smile.
Once you say, that you're out of gold, she's like, all right then. Business is done with you. I've got things to do.
Yeah. Hum feels slightly used and dirty.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
All right then.
And he will walk off.
Is this chick's name Ashley? Is her shot by the sea or something?
She closes the doors. Close, sign up.
Goddamn woman, jeez.
Going to the bar.
So yeah, with Hum's new helm, and already he'll walk towards the dock to go and he kind of steals himself to go talk to that Kuthalan that he saw earlier, the Kuthalan woman standing guard. But I've got enough time, so somebody else can take it away.
Well, I just need to go to the jeweler and get a rune in this gun.
Let's do the jeweler.
All right. Which I've got the tables and everything open, so we can make it a little bit quicker.
Okay. Oops. When you get to the jeweler, he seems like nervous and looking out the window for some reason. And when you walk into his shop, he has some gem that he's already been like cutting and working on. It's like almost like a what do you call it? Like that eyewear he wears on his head, magnifying glass over the eye, where he chisels and cuts and carves into gems. At his table, his workbench is all set up there, and he looks over. He barely notices you walk in for a moment, and he says, "Hello, how are you today?"
Well, I'm quite fine. Got some gold burning a hole in my pocket. Figured I could go for 2 rings if you have any available for sale.
And of course, yes, I have.
I also have 2 jeweled items. Do you happen to do any appraisal?
I do indeed, sir.
Alright, with him looking so sketchy and nervous, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't perceive anything. Kind of, see if there's anything off with this shop. Nope, everything looks good.
So, what kind of wares do you have available? Looking for some things to help bolster me on my travels.
If you are looking for specific gems, I only have 3 more available to sell.
What 3 do you happen to have at this time? I was hoping for some, perhaps, red talons or a witch's stone, even life crystals, or anything. Maybe argonite. Argonite would be quite handy to me in my line of work.
By the way, I'm just skimming over this table, like, randomly looking at things that look interesting.
Maybe a Reaper's Eye?
Ooh. 3, 2, 2. Okay, so he's got 2 reds and 1 yellow or gold or whatever. But
All right, so
5, 3, 2, 5. Fool's gold.
Fool's Gold, which is +1 to fire spell effects, would not help me.
I think you guys actually found that. A ruby. And he's got 2 rubies. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's wrong, isn't it? Sorry. 5, 3, 2. That fool's gold. Blood eye and a ruby. The blood eye lowers, it's for concentration and perception, lowers the target number by 3. The ruby is a warning of danger. Oh, it can be crafted into a d6 times 10 fire damage explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, good sir, right now I don't think those are anything I would really need on my travels. But with the items that I happen to have, I have a jeweled dagger that I would love to see either if it has anything of use in it or quite possibly a decent price. And I have this. What was that, sir?
You said you were looking for a life stone?
A life stone or even a reaper's eye would be quite excellent.
Which one of those would you like more? The life crystal or the Reaper's Eye?
How about GM roll D6 1-3 Reaper's Eye?
Okay, because he just used a merchant's ability. 30% chance that he can find it. So 1, 2, 3 life, 4, 5, 6 Reaper.
Oh, Reaper.
So he knows where to get one. He says, I can get one to you by the end of the day. You would have to front me the coin first, and then I could bring it to you later, or you could stop by later, however you'd like to do this.
Fronting is not really my style. Perhaps we do half now, half when you deliver. Plus a modest finder's fee. Maybe perhaps round up the cost from 22 gold to 25.
Like your style, sir. Yes, let's do this.
I know coin makes the world go round at times. So yes, I'll go ahead and give you 11 now, and then I'll give you the 3 extra upon delivery with the remaining 11.
Excellent.
But this jeweled dagger here and this jeweled silver goblet, I was wondering, is there any useful gems in them, or would it just be worth selling either of them?
He says, please, may I look it over?
Oh, of course.
And when he is reaching to get his items out of the bag, he also sets that new hand cannon on the countertop.
Sorry, it's just getting in my way, sir. But here you are.
Yeah, he looks over the gem, or the jeweled dagger. And he says, excellent craftsmanship. This is from Mianwu. I recognize this inscription here. This could fetch you quite a nice price if you would like to trade it or sell it. There are no magical properties within it.
None of the gems are more than just jewels, the glitter. Oh, what's a life price to you?
He contemplates this for a moment, and he says, let's see here.
Now, I also know that weapons of particular fine craftsmanship that have a slot for expanding on their abilities often fetch a higher price. If you noticed in the hilt of this when you were examining it, there is a slot for a nice rune that can go in it.
Indeed, there is. This would fetch you, how about 19 gold pieces?
Let me think on this. And this silver goblet that I happen to come across,
The silver goblets I could offer you. I could offer you 4 gold for it.
I think that would just be more of a better use of a drinking cup for me.
He nods.
And during this whole conversation, is he still acting a little bit skittish?
He seemed like he's calmed down a little bit. But every once in a while, he still looks towards the window.
Well, I want to see if I notice him looking to the window.
Yeah, I'd say you do.
By the way, good sir, I don't seem to have your full attention right now.
I am sorry. There are a few gentlemen that tend to stop by my store at times and cause a disruption of sorts in my business. You aren't in the business of dealing with ruffians, are you, by any chance?
I mean, discreetly, no. But I have been known to take care of business when required. Perhaps, maybe, if I happen to assist you. I know all you jewelers like to keep a few trinkets underneath there. To go with this other gem that I'm purchasing from you. Maybe perhaps you find something else that I might find of use at this other location.
If you could take care of these 3 gentlemen for me, I would be most happy. And I'm certain I could find you perhaps a life crystal by the end of the day.
Also, life crystal or perhaps, organite or anything that might help me with a discreet lifestyle.
Ah, I see. Interesting.
Now, these 3 gentlemen, do they sail with a particular crew? Are they members of this town? Are you expecting them today?
They should be here today, yes.
And a brawl in your shop, I assume, is not something you wish to occur?
They tend to know exactly when I get shipments in, and they like to arrive at just the right time. Or just the wrong time, I should say.
And how long until your next shipment?
Should be just a couple more days. He says that kind of cautiously as he looks you over.
While you're looking me up and down, you also have to notice that I do not appear to be someone that would hurt a purveyor in a town. Perhaps if you were traveling. That's a different story. But I need to keep good business relations in any port.
That is the wise choice, sir. But not always the choice that people in your profession tend to choose.
My profession is what I need it to be at the time, and right now it seems to me I need to offer you protection. Now, if you are expecting these gentlemen soon, I think I have some individuals that would be willing to assist. But I do also need to find a particular rune for this.
And he kind of slaps the hilt of the hand cannon.
What kind of time frame do I happen to be looking at?
rune.
Yes.
Are you looking for a specific rune?
Offensive. Specifically, none that come to mind right away. Whatever I happen to be able to find.
Then I think I might be able to help you if you are open to many suggestions.
A suggestion in these realms would be quite beneficial.
If you take care of these gentlemen and do away with them, get rid of the bodies, whatever you have to do, I will make sure that you have your rune by tonight.
Alright, well, where are these gentlemen normally at?
He smiles all like creepy like, and he says, I will draw you a map.
No, that's quite perfect.
And I think if you're agreeing to do this, he draws you the map, and we can cut over to the scene where you take this info to Shuthar and Homnahar.
Yep. I think that's exactly what I would be doing.
Cool.
Cool, yeah. So he does draw you the map. He does kind of agree to trade you maybe a rune and a life crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can find, something else, that other stone to help in stealth or concealment, he will definitely attempt to. But yeah, that would save you some coin right there. Life crystals are expensive as hell, and runes are as well too. So he would be paying a hefty sum, but at the same time, you're saving him a lot of money because it seems like he gets robbed by these guys. At least more than once. So
Someone is harassing this Keanu Reeves looking character. We will protect him.
Why, yes, good sweetheart. This gentleman seems to be a by and by up the straight and narrow kind of purveyor of gems and jewels of the such, willing to go out on his limb to find me some specialized equipment. But he seems to have 3 ruffians that try to take his wares without paying.
This is not acceptable. We must protect their business.
I think it would be quite advantageous for us to make a good name in this city. What do you say, Amnahar?
I agree. Anything to endear ourselves with the locals.
Now, herein lies a conundrum. We are not the law here. And I would assume, even if they are criminals, us taking care of this issue properly so that this man is safe. We more than likely will need to handle this discreetly. Now, I have the map to these individuals' location. And it does seem to be a area that is not very heavily traveled. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. But remember, they do have peacekeepers here. So, Shuthar, you particularly, I am mentioning this to. Not a word of what we are doing to help this man. It is in his best interest that we do this quietly.
Shuthar just looks at Gunra and kind of nods, just instinctively trusting him.
All right, so I assume we embark to the location on the map.
Um, and if you want to, I just kind of threw you guys in this tavern real quick, but maybe that's where you kind of followed that the woman Cuthalan into. It seems like she went inside this place for a reason. So like
Oh.
maybe you went in after her, and then he caught up with you and told you about the job. So if you do want to talk to her now, she's in here, and it seems like she's ordered a drink. Or if you want to wait, that's fine too.
No, that's fine. I think, yeah.
Now that we have a plan of action, that is good. Excuse me, I need to take care of something.
And
Of course.
he will down a thing of ale pretty quick, and go over to the Cuthalan lady. And I presume whatever a traditional Cuthalan greeting would be, with like that, like maybe Shuthar and Gun just start hearing that kind of like chittering sound coming from Hun.
She looks over and gives you a greeting in Cuthalan. They're not usually very like happy or cheerful type of people, but she looks over and she says, "Good day."
So I'm actually not going to put my voice mod on for when I'm talking with another Cuthalan. Because I feel like that would make sense,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Good day. How are you? He's kind of stumbling over his words.
She says, "I am well. And how are you?"
I am well. What brings you to this port?
She says, "I live here now. But you must just be passing through."
Yes. I am originally from one of the hives in the north. I have been venturing with this group of people for some time now, though. Do you still maintain contacts with your hive?
She puts the drink down and says, "Of course I do not." She says, "We speak now as if we are just like the rest of them. And this saddens me greatly."
So you are Hum Nahar as well?
I am.
And Hum, I presume he kind of like brought over an ale and sets it in front of him, and he kind of like lifts it up to her as if to say like, "I know," and kind of like to almost do like a cheers, but a solemn like, I understand your pain," and he'll take a swig and put it down. How long have you been away from your hive?
It is 5 years. Half were destroyed by the great worm. The rest of them broke into smaller numbers and became pirates on the Jade Sea.
So your whole hive broke apart.
Indeed, the worm ate the queen, and she is gone.
My condolences.
I don't care that much. It doesn't bother me.
My whole hive was slaughtered by demons coming from the north.
Make a perception check real quick.
Keep forgetting I don't need to be a sheet roller.
Okay, she doesn't hide it very well. She's like being dishonest, you think, about like not caring about the hive being gone.
Yeah.
Trying to be tough, maybe.
Yeah.
Demon.
Yes.
Strange.
Yes, we had long fought against them, but they had eventually broken through and overwhelmed our hive. In fact, they thought me dead. I was left among the dead, and I woke up and anyone that was still present was dead. And I feel like Hum is probably kind of like, I don't know if it's because he feels like he can, because maybe he's like picked up some I don't want to say human, but like other race, like he's kind of perceptive enough to realize that he can be kind of weird. And so I imagine that when he's like with the Kuthalan, it's kind of like how like when you move back to your home and your accent pops out, like that happens to me all the time when I go back to Chicago. My wife always remarks on it. She says I don't hear it at all in Texas, and then all of a sudden it just pops out. So I imagine like that thing is going on with her, and his head movements are probably like a little bit more jerky, if that makes any sense, as he's just like trying to kind of like take her in, and probably feels more comfortable being who he used to be, just kind of like slipping into an old pair of shoes.
You.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I know that I had great pain, and when I was separate from the hive, it has taken quite some time for me to come to peace with it.
She looks definitely like away down to the floor for a moment, and then back up to you and says, I as well have struggled with this pain. It is difficult. And
it's like a headache that never goes away.
Indeed. She says, are you leaving this place soon?
I'm uncertain. I think maybe tonight is when we are planning on leaving.
Here for the magistrate.
I know not what you speak of. The magistrate?
I'm paid to be one of the night watch. I will be here on watch. I am taking a break now. You should visit me tonight after I get out of work.
I think Hum looks back towards the party, and he looks at this woman, or this female Kuthalan, and he, I would like that very much.
He smiles and gets up, finishes her drink, and she says, "I will speak to you later then," and kind of touches your arm for a moment before she leaves.
Yeah, and I think like if she as she kind of starting to walk away as her hand is sliding away, he lets it catch in hers and just like grabs it for a second before looking at her and trying to catch her eyes and then letting it go.
I think she just smiles at that and nods to you.
And then I think Hum goes back, takes a big sip from his ale, and like all of those mannerisms that he was talking about, that like he kind of is like going through like a mental checklist, and he stops like the kind of quick and jerky movements and tries to smooth it out in as best as he possibly can, and kind of like tries to straighten his back, and then slowly gets up from the table like he would think a normal person would, and makes his way back to his friends.
Now, I do have one question about the Kuthalan race.
Sure.
They have 6 vertical mouths.
Yeah. That's the whole reason I use. That's the whole reason I use the voice mod, by the way, because I was like, I have no idea how this would sound in real life. Like,
I like it.
So, when they take a drink out of a cup, it's a vertical mouth, which means most of the time the liquid would come out unless they're using a straw. Do you think Hum-Nahar uses a straw to drink from?
Oh, I think they stick their tongues in the liquid and just like kind of suck it up or something.
oh yeah, like kind of like how a
proboscis.
Butterfly. Yeah, like a butterfly does. Okay, that's cool. I like it.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of picturing Hum-Nahar using a straw.
His tongue is a straw. It's a crazy straw too. It has like curly cues in it and stuff.
It's like the thing wiggling all over
I
it.
thought you were gonna ask about the smile because you said she smiles at that, and I was like, I wonder what their smiles look like.
Right? I thought about that too. I think it's just like a stretch or something.
Yeah, like they all kind of purse together.
You know what it helps me think of too is like how like during the pandemic with COVID, how people have been wearing masks.
Yeah,
and like you have to learn to smile with your eyes, right? And so I imagine that's kind of what it looks like.
All right, here's a question. It's almost time, and this is an assignment to go kill some people. So, do you want to end it here, or
I'm good for a round of because 3 people for us probably won't take long for us to kill.
You know,
Yeah.
I would love to do it, but I gotta lead worship practice in the morning.
Yeah.
So my apologies. I have to be a bummer.
yeah?
Oh, alrighty.
No, that's totally cool. Because I mean, it's you guys have signed up for the next one, right? So,
Oh yeah.
Of course.
so
Yeah, I'm loving this system and the story.
awesome.
Me too.
Yeah, I've been having fun with our little group here. It's been great. So maybe let's just do a last ending scene here as you guys are leaving the tavern, maybe to go find this place.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a scene near the wagon or the room where they're staying with Hum-Nahar, and he's just like suiting up, like he's got his axe. He's putting out like just a bunch of different vials, like in almost like a bandolier, I imagine, like on his chest and on his belt, and he comes out kind of like his wide. He no longer, I guess, because of this like giant great helm he has, he doesn't have that big black white brimmed hat like almost like an old school priest might have. You know what I'm saying? Like that big black brimmed hat. So he kind of like leaves that on the bed, and goes out to meet with his friends. And I imagine that he is like entirely not listening to anything they're saying, and he's just thinking about the Cthulhu.
You might have seen Humnahar sitting at a table or something like that, and he seems to be pulling out a vial from his belt. 2 vials, and he kind of seems like he's pouring something into the scabbards for his 2 favorite blades. Both of them just seem to have this smell to them that just is odd when he's getting ready. And what I'm actually doing is I'm going to be applying a dire extract poison to each of them, so that when I pull them out of the scabbard, they're going to have a poison already attached to them.
Nice.
And before we leave the inn, Shuthar would want to pull Roldo aside and say, I have thought of name for my spear. I would like you to inscribe.
Such a fucking good way to end this one. Go ahead, Brandon. Sorry.
I would like to call my spear Wyvern Tail Spear. Can you inscribe my spear with this name?
He looks at you for a moment and he says, I can do that.
Thank you.
That's what you want?
Yes, this
Just-
is perfect name.
Wyvern Tail Spear. I think I can remember that.
Thank you.
I love Shuthar so much.
He looks over at the others. And he says, that's exactly what I'm going to write. Wyvern Tail Spear. Alright.
Rolo, maybe perhaps put it in a cool language.
Oh yeah, I'm totally not writing that. Alright, and with that I think we can end it for tonight.
All right.
Awesome.